Dear black woman, your soul's a flame, burning through shadows, calling your name.
Hello, 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 you guys. And I bet you was wondering what's taking them so long. Y'all know if you go live, is you got to set up on Instagram and on Facebook. So I had to make sure that I was set up and prepared for each and every one of you and making sure that we are live. Okay, guess what? I got another co-author that I want to introduce to you today. Now, y'all know this lady. Y'all know it because she always with me, okay? Um, so she is no stranger to the platform. She is no stranger to any of the groups. She is no stranger to anything dealing with Dear Black Woman. And if you was on that writers meeting the other night, then you know her very well. Okay. So I'm going to bring to the stage today Dr. Angel Taylor. Let me refer you, Dr. Andrea Angel Taylor, so that you can meet with her, so that she can tell you all about her portion of the Dear Black Woman anthology. And so you can get to know her and figure out why you need to be supporting this book project as well as supporting her. Okay. Hello,
Hey,
Dr. Angel.
hello, 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 hello.
Listen, y'all, I'm going to remove myself from the screen for a short bit because I want y'all to see her background and see what she got going on. So I want y'all to see this. Look.
Hey, there I am, a young tenderoni.
Listen, yes, yes, yes. So I want everybody to see that background and see she is actually promoting herself with the book. You see this? This is her marketing material right there in the background. So look, you guys, as you see, Dr. Taylor is already on it, and I want you all to just get to know who she is as we go through this process. And I'm going to ask her a couple of questions so you all can so we can dive in a little bit. Now, my first question for you, Dr. Taylor, is what made you say yes to writing for the Dear Black Woman anthology project?
I don't even want to sound corny, but I guess I am going to sound corny. It's, I think it's from the moment that I interviewed with you back in probably January,
Yeah.
it was like a instant recognition of there is gold here. And and my word for this year was impact. And there is impact in this Dear Black Woman whole organization. And I just felt like whatever I needed to do to be a part of it, I said, it's almost like I prayed, like, God, I really love what's happening here and I want to be a part of it. And I happen to be at a summit in March, and the summit that I was at in March, it was Women's Day, and it was March 5th for Queen City Women in Business, which is now Procure-Find. And we had just getting ready to enter the VIP moment, and my phone rang, and it came up Cami Red on my phone, and I just ran out of that VIP segment. And I was just like, hello, I'm sorry, I'm in the bathroom. And you said, do you have a minute? Yes. Like I dropped everything. And you said, I have some things that I'm working on and I wanted to see if you would be interested in being a part of it. I didn't know what it was. I didn't care what it was. I was just like, yes, anything that you are doing, I want to be a part of it because you are brilliant.
Thank you.
Like you are brilliant, like seriously. And I'm just like, please God, give her the strength to continue to bring all these things to people that need it because you are making such an impact, which was my word for this year. And I'm like, yeah, I want to be a part of this impact.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You know how much I love you.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about Little Angel. What was your world like growing up?
Well, I grew up as the only girl to four brothers, one younger, three older. Um, and I also had an older cousin who lived with us. And even though I do have sisters from my father, I didn't grow up with them until I was older.
Okay.
Um, but growing up from public school, which was 1 through 6 at that time, and then junior high school, which was 7 and 8, and then high school 9 to 12. I was just an only girl, but then I also did have another cousin that lived with us who was a girl who was became my sister also. So, but it was still hard because you have these bully brothers
Mm-hmm.
who we're in Brooklyn, and also because I'm Jamaican, we had this accent and got teased and just all these things. And it was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard because we had to take public transportation. There was no buses that come, the yellow school buses. We didn't have that. We had to take public transportation. School never closed in Brooklyn. Oh my God.
Ooh.
So I remember being in fourth grade or fifth grade, and you got to walk at least 10 or 12 blocks to the train. Then you get on the train, and then you got to transfer to the bus to get to school. And you're traveling at least 2 hours before you get to school at 7 o'clock in the morning.
I tell a similar story like that to people as well, especially when I'm talking about my grandmother, my maternal grandmother. One of the things that I share with you is I was bused to school, but there was no school bus
Right.
to pick me up. And I'm from Atlanta, so those of you who are familiar with the Atlanta area, I used to live in Southeast Atlanta over by Moreland Avenue, and I tested out of the local schools and was put in a school on the north side of town. This also happened to be where my grandmother worked as a maid. So my
Mhm.
grandmother and I, from as early as fifth and sixth grade, I would get on the MARTA bus and take the MARTA bus to the train station so that we could take the train to the north side of town. Now, here's the thing: we had to split up at the north train station. So my grandmother went one way, and I had to go another way to catch two additional buses to get to school. So I am very familiar with that. So even though you were in the north doing that, I
Yeah,
was over here in the south doing it the same
right.
thing as
And
well.
so you were probably scorching hot while I'm in the freezing snow up to
Yeah,
my
yeah,
knees.
yeah.
And they never closed school. It was like school never, even to this day, if New York City school system is closed, it's a miracle.
What?
They don't never close school
Now,
ever.
now you know it's totally opposite down here in Georgia and in the South. Period. We can get a sprinkle of snow,
Right.
and they shutting it down. It
Yeah.
can be a bad thunderstorm, and
Right.
they shutting down school. Okay,
Yeah.
and
Because
they
now I'm in Charlotte, and sometimes they're like, "Oh, it's heavy wind." What?
yeah, they listen. They predict the weather and say school is gonna be closed tomorrow
Right.
because of this storm that we anticipate is coming in. And then the next day, all the parents be mad because the storm never came.
That, exactly. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
The storm,
listen.
heavy wind. No. Okay. The bus can't travel because it's windy.
When now, as you were growing up, and I know you talked about the many people that were in your family, was there ever a time that you felt unseen or unheard amongst all of those, amongst that family, amongst your
I
big
don't I don't feel like I felt unseen, but I just think it was a case of being overprotected,
okay,
that I didn't get to do anything because if I wanted to do something, they're like, "No, you can't. There's creeps out there," or
Of
Just
course, you got three older brothers. You had to know you were
right,
never going to do anything.
right. So I
Okay.
was never going to do anything. And I mean, they were right because I've gotten robbed in the train, you know. Um, People would steal your sneakers in the train if you had new sneakers. I remember one time getting off the train in downtown Brooklyn, and there was this boy that had these white sneakers on, and I he had to be about 15 years old, and this gang took his sneakers on off, and everybody was walking by, and he just kept screaming, "Help, help!" Because and nobody would help him. Everyone was so scared.
What were they scared of? Just
You're
helping?
talking about like, I mean, it was really a lot of gangs back then.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
you talking about back in the 1980s, like 84, it was a lot of gangs back then, and then so many people just was getting robbed, and then after that we had the 5 percenters who ended up being on the trains trying to protect people, and there was another there was another one, and I forgot what their name was, and I think they used to wear red, and they started protecting people on the
I
trains.
know who you're talking about. I remember they did a movie about that
Yes, that's
organization.
right. They sure did. That's what I was
Yeah.
getting ready to say.
Yeah.
They were in a movie,
They
and
did a movie about that organization. I know exactly, and I can't think of the name right off my
yeah,
head either. But yes, I know exactly who you're
yeah.
talking about.
So
Yeah,
it was that, and then sometimes you had to get off at 42nd Street, and trust me, Times Square was not what it is now. And if you had to get off at Times Square to walk between to go to another platform, it was just really dangerous.
yes,
Oh, the Guardian Angels.
that's it. Yes, the
That's
guardian angel.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Look,
So
your husband must be in the
he
background.
sure did. He came in the room like, no, it's the Guardian Angels. I'm like, right, right, right. And they helped us because yeah, it was bad. It
I
was
can
bad
only.
and scary, but it was by any means necessary. We had to get to school.
So let's talk about the process of writing. Was it hard to go back and sort of revisit the version of yourself that you wrote to?
It was very hard because you don't realize till you're in this process how much stuff you went through, or how much stuff you're not even thinking about with right now, or how this molded you into the person you are today until
So
you start writing.
now let me ask you this. It's funny that you mentioned that. How did your upbringing sort of influence the woman that you are today?
It influenced it a lot because, first of all, my mom was very strict because I was the only girl, and my brothers were very strict. So I think that made me a little less strict than they were. So that impacted me a lot. Um, and I think growing up in Brooklyn, being on the trains and stuff like that impacted me a lot because I feel like I'm very fearless with a lot of things. Because it's almost like, well, shoot, I've been robbed, I've been held at knife point and all this stuff. So what else am I going to be scared of now? So yeah, that impacted me a lot. And I think sometimes I tell my husband, I'll be like, I don't like people. He says, "Are you kidding me? You're like one of the most social people there is." And I
I was
think
just getting ready to say, now listen, I hear you talking, Miss Angel, but for those of you all who have not been to the website, we have a couple of events that we're hosting during the weekend of our 100 Women in Black Healing Your Inner Child weekend and gala. Okay. Now, one of those events was specifically set up for Miss Angel. Okay. Because of who Miss Angel is and her personality. That's the VIP mixer that's being hosted by Soulful Sounds. Soulful Sounds is Miss Angel and her husband's business together. So when you get there for that VIP mixer, the person on the microphone is going to be Miss Angel. And watch, when you meet her, you're gonna be like, now this cannot be the lady who
Right.
just said she don't like people.
Right. Like I'm like, I know I'm kind of quiet. No, you're not. And I
Not in
think
the
that
least. Not in the least.
right. And I
And let
think
me be
that
very
growing up
physical.
in Brooklyn, we had block parties all the time. We were outside. I mean, outside for real, outside. The fire hydrant is open. Just we're walking 20, 30 minutes to get to a friend's house. So, uh,
Listen, let me tell y'all something. When y'all hear Miss Angel say she quiet, all you got to do is ask the ladies that were on the writers meeting that we had if Miss Angel is quiet. Okay, there is she want to be quiet. She want to be unsocial, but that ain't even who she is at her heart. Okay, she don't play. All right, Miss Angel don't play about me. She don't play about nothing, and
no,
she
yeah, I
let
don't.
you know. Okay,
I don't because the thing that I realized, oh, Nikki just said, now I understand why you're so tough. But
yeah,
the thing that I realized meeting you, meeting Nikki, meeting Mika, meeting Robin, like y'all are just so giving that there are so many people out there that'll take advantage of that.
mhm,
So it's like, especially with you, it's like, no, you got to be careful because you're just too kind sometimes, and you know, it has happened where
it
people just out here just not even realizing what you trying to do, and it may seem like it's all Gucci, as they say. It may seem like it's all Gucci, but no, you're struggling to give people something to help them.
yeah.
So how are you going to try to even take from you?
But I love you. Listen, and she will fight for me, y'all. So those of y'all out there who be trying to get over, just believe. If you coming to the gala, Miss Angel gonna be right here. Okay,
Yeah, like back it up,
you
back
gonna
it
be
up,
able to talk
back
to
it
me.
up, back it up, back it up.
Ain't no shaking my hand. Ain't no giving me no hug. Cause none of that is going to take place.
All right.
None of it. So, Miss Angel, tell us, what did you learn about yourself while writing this letter to your inner child?
I just feel like I learned that God, I went through a lot. And I think that what I want people to know is that whatever you went through, you can't hold on to it. You have to let it go because you can't change what happened. You can only change what you're doing going forward. All right, it happened. It might have been traumatic. It might have not been what you expected. You might have people in your ear saying, "Oh, you're this, you were that, you were this," but you have to let it go. So that's one of the things that I realized, like, oh, I let a lot of stuff go. And I'm glad that I was able, that God let me be able to let it go, because if I didn't, I probably would have like a post traumatic stress disorder or something.
Absolutely.
And I think that that's something that I realized with um, that a lot of the women that have written this book, that it's like some of us was like, "Ooh, we got this PTSD."
Yeah, yeah, that's absolutely what it is. What advice do you have for those that are afraid to tell their story?
You, I think that we're all you. Like it's like, and that's the thing that I love about Dear Black Woman. Like we are the black women. Like we are the person that we're you.
Yeah,
So you can't be afraid to tell your story, or be ashamed of it because it's what made you you. And what makes me better than you? What makes somebody else better than you?
That part, yeah. None of us are any better than each other.
Yeah,
And the moment we recognize that, the better off we'll be. Because if we understand that my sister is a reflection of me, and this is a reflection of who we are as a community, then we will be more amped to tell those stories to help each other out.
right. And how are you even going to get the help you need if you don't share? And why are you ashamed to
That
share
part.
it?
Now, what do you hope that women get, or even just readers, period, get from your letter?
I want them to relate to what I went through and realize that now, because I went through that, I'm a better person. I'm a better mother. I'm a better wife. I'm a better friend. I'm a better whatever because I went through that and I'm able to share it. And I mean, of course, during these times, it was just like it was felt being ashamed,
Yeah,
being called a hoe, or being called this, or being called loose, and just a whole bunch of things that like now I'm glad that they did that because it made me a stronger person.
absolutely.
Yep.
I want you to read just one or two lines from your story. Don't give them the whole story. Again, just one or two lines. Just share a little something with everyone.
All right, let me find my. All right, so um I think I liked that, which this really, some of the things that I realized made me sad writing it. You missed prom. You missed your senior trip. You missed out on the carefree parts of being young because now everything is real and there's no turning back. You pushed through. So that was really hard writing that because even now when I watch things on TV and I see the prom, or I see, these high school things and they're getting ready to go on their senior trip, it brings me back to a time like, dang, I missed out on that. I missed out on the prom. I missed out on going on my senior trip with everybody, and even with my kids, they sometimes, I think all three of my kids was like, oh, I don't want to go to prom. I'm like, you're going, you're not gonna miss, you can't miss prom. You
You
can't
like,
miss
I didn't go, so you could
right.
go.
You don't realize how important it is until you're older, and then you you think back like, dang, those are the good times.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I want people to realize, like, stop missing out on the good times.
Okay, that's true. So let me just say this. See how Dr. Angel talked about the things that she missed? What she doesn't realize is she's going to get the opportunity to do that the weekend of September the
Right.
27th.
Yes, look, I'm wearing my prom, I'm getting a prom dress. Okay.
Listen, she gonna be dancing on the dance floor. Now, let me say this: you gotta go support Dr. Angel because you have to remember this is also a pageant. So your support is needed. Go buy a book box from her. Go purchase tickets through the gala through her because don't you want her to be crowned the reigning crown
I want
visionary?
to, yes, I want to get crowned because I want to be prom queen.
Thank you. So there you go. So you gotta go support Dr. Angel. Dr. Angel, tell them where to find you online.
Okay. Well, you can find me, first of all, I know this is about the book, but you guys know I am the podcast host for Color Me in Sound. Okay. And the podcast is running. So I definitely want them to reach out to me on the podcast. Find me on Dear Black Woman site, Color Me in Sound. So you can find me there. Also, I do have
Do
my
you
no.
see what Nikki said?
What she said,
She said, I do, but I want that crown too.
Nikki, are we gonna be tugging back and forth? Like, no, the crown is mine.
Listen, there is a first through fifth place on this. Now, first through third, everybody get a crown, but I understand y'all want the biggest crown. I get it. Yes.
Yes.
So the queen and her court. So y'all have to figure out who gonna be the queen and who just gonna be a part of the court. And
Oh my goodness.
you
No,
better drum
I
up
need
that
that.
support.
So I have a few ways to connect with me. First of all, you could connect with me on dearblackwoman.me. And if you hit podcast, you can click the podcast and go down to Color Me and Sound. You can read all about me there. You can schedule yourself on the show.
She
If
also
you
has a group on Facebook called Color Me and Sound as
Yeah,
well.
yep. Yeah, I have the Facebook Color Me and Sound. I'm also on you can hit me up on LinkedIn under Angel Taylor. You can find me on Facebook under Angel Taylor. I also am co-owner of Soulful Sounds. Find us on Instagram at soulful.sounds1 and on Facebook, Soulful Sounds NYC. Look, how do we get this message off of here that says I do, but I want that crown too? Get that off it. Yeah, take that off of there because I'm ready to. I love Nikki, but Nikki, we gonna be like, no, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. And
Hold
also,
on, let me just say, don't forget, you got some other people because Mariana is on y'all heels too now.
listen,
Okay,
you know what? I might have to give up my crown for Mariana because you know what? I just love Mariana, so she might be able to get the crown just
Nikki,
because she's like my little niece now.
yeah, and
So
Nikki
I might be
said,
able to give the crown to Mariana, but Nikki, you're not getting that crown from me.
Nikki did say that your podcast was a beautiful experience, a nice experience. She said you asked all the right
All
questions. So,
right, yes, Nikki. Yeah, I can't wait for it to air so they can see some of the things. But I am going to be start posting that my other past interviews of who I had on
hold
the
on,
podcast.
did she go back in them comments again? she said she want the big dog crown. She want the queen crown. Listen,
Oh my
y'all, you got
goodness!
it. You see how fun our co-author group is. You see these
Yes,
ladies. They support each other. And those of you who don't know, Nikki Chantel was also on a live about 2 weeks ago. She is another co-author as well. So you see how these ladies work together.
but wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I want to say a big shout out, happy 40th
Oh, that's right.
birthday
Happy 40th,
to
Nikki.
my Nikki.
Yes.
You made it to 40. Yes, happy birthday.
And kudos to Nikki because she was in Costa Rica for her
Unbelievable.
40th
Yep, she did
birthday.
it by
Yes.
herself and she did it afraid. Love it. And that's one of the, yes, do it afraid.
That's been the basis of everything that we do.
Yes.
I'm really big on leaning into that fear and overcoming it. So no matter how fearful you may be about taking that next step, fear doesn't, and it's also very uncomfortable. She said, Mama, I made it.
Yes. Yes, that's a right. Do it
Yeah.
afraid.
Do it afraid. A lot of
Yes.
these women were afraid to write for this book. They were afraid to share their journey. But it's the healing, the growth on the other side of this that's been important for them. And that's what we're doing this for. We want to invite you to come out and celebrate with us September the 25th through the 28th. We're going to be
Yes.
in Atlanta. We are hosting a weekend. of event for you to focus on healing your inner child. And this battle that you hear between Miss Angel and Nikki and the other ladies will take place on September the 27th at the 100 Women in Black Gala. So we invite you to grab your formal dress, your black formal dress, purchase a ticket from any of these ladies. Miss Angel just told you where to find her, so you can get a ticket from her as well. That's going to help her win the crown. So go
And
find
hey, so now it's September. Tell us the date again. We have
September the 25th through the 28th.
okay.
Thursday, when you arrive, you will be greeted by our welcome room and one of our gifting suites. Then on Friday, it is all day activities, all day from start to finish. And it's all inclusive because we do provide food.
And it's
Okay?
at the Hotel Coley, right?
Yes, it's at the Hotel Code.
Yes. And also, oh, I did want to mention Nourish Them Flourish is my nonprofit. You can find me on Instagram at NTF Collective org and also Nourish Them Flourish Collective on Facebook. So research.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, Miss Angel.
Cammy,
Thank you
Red,
so
thank
thank
you
you.
for your vision. Thank you for putting this together for all these ladies that are compiled in this letter to your inner child. Like, dang, we needed that. Like, yeah, we
Yeah.
needed that.
We need it so that we can move forward and be the best business owners and just the best women that we can be in life
Yes,
without anything holding us back, without any hindrances of any of that from our past. Even with this event that we're doing that weekend, we are catering to all of those lessons and to all of those things that actually deal with our inner child. We got a playground, we got a classroom, we have
yeah.
an art studio, we have a lot of activities planned.
Wellness.
Yeah, wellness, just to play, just and we have a dance class, just to play, have fun, and feel that joy. And guys, also know that this isn't an event just for women. Men are included as well and are invited to attend. So spread the message, get the word out, send it to everybody you know. This is going to be a fabulous weekend.
Yeah, and I loved what you just said about joy, and that's the thing that we have to start trying to find the joy in everything that we're
Yes,
doing. And so that's what this weekend is going to be about. And I just cannot.
it's gonna be so much fun, y'all. So much.
Yeah.
I'm having fun over here just planning. So I'm
Yeah.
just letting y'all know how much fun. And I'm not even. Let me say this. I'm planning it now because I want to play during that
Right.
time. Like I'm not doing. No, don't come up to me and ask me no questions. Okay,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
just letting you know. I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
jumping rope. I'm gonna be hula hooping. I'm gonna be doing all of that. And then Mika is doing a sound bath on the pool. And y'all know how much I love those pool sound baths. And
Right.
most likely, I will be the only person that falls in again to take this canvas up. Okay.
Oh
Yep.
my goodness.
Mickey said, yes, let's see these men show up and show out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And matter of fact, you know what? You need to add that to your planning to give out something for a man, like maybe a prize.
Okay, don't say less. You already know me. You
Okay.
already know me. I
Okay.
got a couple of jackets that I designed, so I
Oh,
can. I got some stuff that I can give away to the men. Okay, I've set up like we got a photo booth. It's called Living Your Dreams Photo Booth because remember when we were younger, we like to play dress up. We used to. I got
yeah.
all the big tutu dresses, and I bought cowboy hats. I got tuxedo tails, top hats for dudes. So we
Right.
can be cowboys and cowgirls and princesses and princes. All of that.
Yeah.
I got all of that. Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause-
listen, I got to give a shout out real quick. I want to give a shout out to Lindsay, who's watching on Instagram. I want to give a shout out to my cousin Terry, who's watching on Instagram. And I want to give a shout out to My second daughter, D. Michelle, who is watching on Instagram. Shout out.
Hey, everybody on Instagram. Also, Misha is watching on Instagram as well. So,
Okay.
hello, hello, hello to all of you all on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you are watching from. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. Dr. Taylor, thank you for your
Thank
contribution.
you.
Thank you for everything that you do for me and the
Yes.
Dear Black Woman organization.
All right. I will talk to you soon.
We'll see you soon. Bye bye, you guys.
Bye.
Listen, you guys, every week I'm going to be featuring some of the co authors from the Dear Black Woman Anthology Project all the way up until September. I want to invite you to join us. I want to invite you, if you have an organization that supports Black women, I want to invite you to purchase a table for your entire organization. A table holds 8 women. So if you're out of town, if you are not in Atlanta, we can set you up with hotel rooms and everything. And once you purchase a table for your organization, you get the VIP experience included. So I want to invite you guys to do that. Reach out to one of these ladies, one of the co-authors to set that up, or reach out to me. But I say reach out to the co-authors because remember, your support helps them win that crown. So thank you, you guys, for joining us, and I'll see you again next week. Bye bye.
Dear black woman, your soul's a flame, burning through shadows, calling your name.